So what is going on, guys? I am BlackOpsAmazing. Welcome back to another zombies video on the channel, where today we are coming in with a Q&A answering your questions on the zombies storyline. If you enjoyed today's video, a like rating would be appreciated. Make sure you are subscribed to stay up to date with the latest zombies content, and without further ado, here we go. Jason Corsi says, BOA, do you think when the Shadow Man is saying that Dr. Monty is Lucifer, he's trying to deceive us, or has Monty been tricking us? So yes, in Revelations, the Shadow Man says this.
You do realize that he's manipulated you? That's what he does. Dr. Monty is just one of the many names he's been known by. The Great Dragon, the Beast. Is this ringing any bells? Beelzebub, Lucifer, Satan, the Devil.
So he tells us that Dr. Monty has been manipulating us. He says that's only one of his many names. He's also known by the Great Dragon, the Beast. He's known as the Beelzebub, Lucifer, Satan, the Devil. The Shadow Man is basically trying to tell our characters that Dr. Monty is the one who's evil, and actually he's the one who's trying to help us out. The Shadow Man is telling us that Dr. Monty is the devil. But then on the other hand, we also have Dr. Monty, who's trying to tell us that he's good and the Shadow Man's basically the devil. They're both trying to paint each other as evil. And at one point, I actually began to believe what the Shadow Man was saying about Monty, because Monty was really a suspicious character. He was just suddenly introduced to us out of nowhere. In Karovi, he was saying all of these suspicious things, like about how he doesn't need Richtofen anymore, and about how they should get rid of him, about how Richtofen's this bad character and that he will see them soon. The things that Dr. Monty was saying in Karovi kind of made you think that possibly he wasn't this good guy, and he was, in fact, maybe the devil, Satan, the Beelzebub. And so when it did come around to Revelations and we heard these quotes, I was thinking, well, who's actually telling the truth here? Monty or the Shadow Man? Because we can't really trust either of them. I think more now, since we've had the Canorium and we know all the history about Dr. Monty helping our characters out, giving us the mystery box perks and stuff like that. I think that tells us Monty is a good character, and so for me that shows that the Shadow Man must have been lying. He was trying to trick us to get us to go against Dr. Monty so he could, well, essentially win. So he could take over Monty's perfect universe. Plasma Al123 says, please do a story on the monkeys in Shangri-La. So we don't know too much about them, but if we take a look at them, we can clearly see they are not normal monkeys. Well, they are, but they're clearly undead. These are zombie monkeys. I mean, look at this guy's face. They are clearly undead, and even though their eyes I don't think actually glow in game, you can see they are yellow. They don't have any pupils. These are undead monkeys. I mean, there's nothing mentioned about them in the Canorium. They have no background. We can just assume, just like the natives here, they lived alongside them in the jungles and became infected with 115 and turned into these zombie monkeys. These things are hella annoying, and I don't actually know which ones I'd prefer to have. Would you guys prefer to have these zombie monkeys or the space monkeys? Honestly, maybe these just a little bit. I can't stand my perks getting taken, but these ones can be helpful in some situations. They come along, give you a smack, take your power up. Oh no, I always just tend to shoot them at the start of every round for fun. No, that's not fun. It's undead, right? It's already dead. It doesn't count, does it? That's kind of sick. It's a game. It's a game. What do you mean? Okay, sorry. But yeah, they're just monkeys that have been infected with 115 and turned into zombies. Dragon Nightmare Gaming says, now with this question, I wanted to answer the second part, not specifically the first part, as I've answered that loads of times, but he says, BlackOpsAmazing, I have two questions. That's the wrong two, but the first one, who is Dr. Monty? I've answered that loads of times. You can find videos on my channel, but the second one is, can you give me some advice on how to start a YouTube channel about zombies and the storyline? So I thought this would be good. I always like to help you guys out. So you're asking me how to start a YouTube channel about zombies. So first off, if you don't know anything about the zombie storyline, I would honestly recommend you go and research it a lot. I've played this game and done this YouTube channel for 5 or 6 years now, so I've learned everything as I've gone along. But honestly, if you want to start a zombies YouTube channel, you really do need to know everything on the storyline, as it's so confusing. There's so much to learn, and obviously you don't want to be giving out wrong information. So if you're just starting out out and want to do a channel on the zombie storyline, there's going to be a lot for you to learn. I mean, if you want to do it about zombies gameplay and stuff like that, then get into it. But with zombies, unlike any other game, there's a lot to research. If you were just asking me generally, how can you start up a YouTube channel? Well, if I could give you guys some tips. And by the way, I just want to quickly say I don't, with these Q&As, just like to answer zombies on questions. As you guys know, I just do personal questions sometimes and questions on the campaign, just anything that you guys really want to ask me. But with this one, how could you start up a YouTube channel? Well, the best tip I can give you is just to upload constantly. That is honestly my number one tip, is to upload, if you can, every day, 1 video a day, I would say. Try not to leave a video out more than 2 days. I would also say just upload original content, just upload whatever you like, whatever you enjoy doing. If you don't enjoy doing it, then don't make videos on it. I also want to say it takes a hell of a lot of time, so if you already do videos, I'm pretty sure you will know that. Apart from that, there's really nothing else I could say. Like I said, the main one, especially when you're starting out, is to just make sure that you upload constantly. So hopefully that helps any of you out who are interested. Pro Ninja Harvey says, Happy away, I don't know if you've answered this before, but how come Die Rise is upside down? Because buildings just can't rip over. Which is true, it's actually quite a good question. On Die Rise, we can see these buildings are just toppled over. These massive skyscrapers are upside down. We are not given an explanation as to how this happened, but we can clearly see that Die Rise is almost like a post-apocalyptic world. We can see falling from the sky are meteors. Floating in the sky, we have massive rocks, so I can only assume that one of these meteors falling from the sky must have hit the skyscraper and toppled it over. It seems unreasonable, but I can't think of any other explanation as to why a massive skyscraper like this would be toppled over. We do feel the building we are in shake, and we see the other buildings around us are getting hit by these meteors, so we can only assume that the one that we are in got hit by these meteors falling from the sky and ended up ripping the top half apart, which is why it's upside down. Poe says, is the Black Ops 3 ending still being speculated? So I would honestly have to say the answer is yes. When the Black Ops 3 ending came out, we were all like, what the what the hell's going on? We were all really confused, or actually I would say more disappointed. We didn't actually understand. We all expected a better ending that concluded things and made us think, oh wow, that's what happened. But instead we got the ending in which we were all like, oh, is that it? There must be more. There must be a second ending. And that's because no one really knew what was going on. It seemed pretty simple to understand, but everyone thought there must be more. And you would think by now that no one was speculating that we'd figured it out and thought, you know what, that's it, that's all there was, which is the case. But even now I'm still like, is there possibly a second Revelations ending? So let's take a look at it. Now if you actually go to the Conorium, even in there it doesn't tell you what really happened or what actually happened with this ending. This is all it says. With the Shadow Man and the Apothecans vanquished, Monty discovers that Primus has consumed the blood of souls from dimensions that no longer exist. The paradox must be resolved. That is it. That is all it says. Even with the Conorium, it doesn't tell us what's really going on in this Revelations ending. Many people have speculated as to what's gone on, as to what's really happening. Some people say, including me, that this is showing our characters getting sent back to the Age of Primus. We are Primus. Some people are saying that this is just part of the cycle. We are playing the same thing over and over again. Some people are saying we are not, and this is a whole new part of a new story. Some people say that there's a lot more to this that we have yet to figure out, and some people say that this is it. So no one actually knows, at least not 100%, and this was Treyarch's intention. The same thing happened with the Origins ending, and they wanted to do the exact same thing. For the Origins ending, we were all like, what? This ending's rubbish! And that same reaction happened for the Revelations ending. For Origins, we all thought something totally different. We thought that this was just a game being played in the heads of these children. That these characters were just made up in Samantha and Eddie's heads. And we were all like, this is pretty lame. Little did we know that that was not the case and we were wrong. So maybe I'm thinking that's exactly what Treyarch have done to us for Revelations. They've tricked us. We all think that we've been sent back to the Age of Primus, that we are Primus, that fought the Apothecans all those years ago, but for all we know, we could be totally wrong, that this could be something totally different. Honestly, we don't know. I don't want to say anymore, so I I don't have to be proven an idiot by the time it comes around. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Anyway, guys, there we go. That is it for today's video. Hopefully you have all enjoyed. If you have, as always, a like rating would be very much appreciated. Could we shoot for 1,000 likes on this video? Make sure you are subscribed to stay up to date with the latest content. Click the notification icon, and I will see you all in the next video. Leave your comments down below, and until next time, goodbye.